Hello everyone and welcome to Lavender Blue. I'm Fiona. I hope you enjoy this video, and if you do, please hit the like button and leave a comment, as this helps my channel and I love to chat with you all. I would also love it if you would subscribe so you don't miss any of my videos. You can also find me on other social media platforms and I would love to connect with you there. My link is always in the description box below. Now, let's get creative. Hi everyone, this is Fiona. Today I wanted to come on and make something out of this empty box that I had, which was some incense. Now, it still smells beautiful too. So this was blue sage incense that I was burning, and I looked at the box and I thought, it spoke to me about making a very tall, skinny junk journal. So I'm going to make a very, very tall, skinny journal out of this. And then I had this long piece of acetate on this packaging that I was saving for something. And I think we could make a long, skinny bookmark to go along with the very tall, skinny journal. Okay. So now before I do that, I wanted to show you my new kit as well, my new printable kit, just quickly. So this is the Sunny Boho. Now these papers were hand painted by myself, and then I just turned them into a digital kit. And there are actually 3 kits in this collection. So you get the main kit with all the pages. I think it's roughly about 20 to 23 pages. I haven't printed all of them out, but most of them. And then you get, the second kit is an add-on kit with pockets and cards and tags. And then the third kit is an ephemera kit, where you've got little bits and pieces, more little bits and pieces that you can use, and journal tabs and journal words and things like that. So I'll just show it to you quickly. So the pages are like this. And these have yellow dots in the background. You might think, oh, they're exactly the same. But what I've done is I've taken the design, and this one has sort of goldish yellow dots in the background, if you can see them. The same paper with some blue dots, red dots on this one, and some yellow dots on that one. And then we have some lined pages. I think we have 4 of these. So there's a pink, there's a red, there's a blue, and there's a yellow. And we've got a couple of pages sized down, which are really handy for making cards or anything else you want to use them for. There's another full page. They're all a little bit different, but in keeping with the same theme. I thought they were just beautiful, beautiful colours for a boho journal. So that's what I'll be doing next. More. Some of them I printed on the back, because you do get some background papers as well. So there's the pink one and there's that one. Pink on the back, and another double page sized down. This one I haven't printed anything. Some of them I didn't print anything on the back because I thought I might just use them to make envelopes or something else, collage or something. And here's a couple of background papers here. Okay, so that's the main kit. I think there's 2 or 3 more pages that I didn't actually print out. So here comes the add-on kit. We've got these, your little 2.5 by 3.5 inch cards. We'll that's what they should be. Let's have a look. Almost 2.5 by 3.5. Then we have two tall envelopes. We have some different pockets, and I've put some little banners there. Oh, that was a misprint, that one. So I might use that for some collage. We got some talk tags, and this could be a belly band or a page edge decoration or a pocket tuck spot. Smaller tags and another belly band element. Another envelope and a card and some little dots, and they sort of all go together, I think. I know that, look, that's probably bigger than that, but yeah, you've got that. I've got is this with the add-on? Yeah, the tabs, they are with the add-on kit. Now I've got some slanting pockets and some more circles. The circles are always handy. So that's the add-on kit. How many pages? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think there's 9 pages in that one. And then the ephemera kit, we have these elements that you can use to journal on or just to decorate. Some cards, some circles, some little flowers, some little labels, and little strips that you could use for washi tape or just decorating. Now, this kit here, you can also print onto sticker paper if you have the sticker paper, because they're similar to sort of planner sticker style. And then some of them I've got words on. You've got this. Don't forget to enjoy the little things. Positive vibes only. Free spirit. I'm very proud of me, and life is beautiful. Now, mine didn't print out very bright, but that's a problem with my printer. That's not. These are quite bright, so I think it's not running out of ink, but it was playing up today, so that's a blank page. You get a page of words, and I've done black writing over white and white over black. So, you know, whatever preference you prefer, and you have a couple more strips there. And then I've added ephemera in similar colours. So I've got the blue one, and you can just cut these out or do what you like with them. Blue one, a yellowish one. It's kind of a greenish yellow, that one. Then I've done a plain, a vintage looking one and a pink one. And there should have been one more, I think. There's a blue one. Must have missed that one. Or did I show you that one? Oh yeah, there's blue, yellow, vintage and pink. So that is the ephemera kit. So that's the Sunny Boho kit. Now, so I want to make this little journal. So what I'm going to do is just use this part as the spine. So I'm going to just cut this down. I'll just open it up. And I wonder if I can rip this side open, or maybe I'll just use some scissors. It doesn't matter if I hack through this, because I want the other side to be the spine. Okay, there we go. Now I'm just going to cut these off. And understandably, you probably won't be able to fit this one in your handbag because it's very tall and skinny, but well, you might, a biggish handbag. But I just thought it would be something different. I might get my paper trimmer to do the rest of that. So I'll just grab my paper trimmer. Okay, so let's cut the rest of this off. And I'll tell you the measurements of it in a minute, because if you don't have this one of these boxes and you wanted a very tall skinny one, you could cut it out of cardstock or any other box that you might have. So that's going to be the journal, and I might do 2 small signatures maybe. Oh, I can't stop smelling it. It just smells so yummy. Now this bookmark is probably bigger than the journal, almost, but that's okay. We could have it sort of sticking out a little bit. So I'll just chop this down. And I'm going to back it with something. I'm going to cut away from the window just a little bit, hoping that it's not going to fall apart on me. Well, it's a bit hard because I'm actually cutting through the acetate as well. Yep. On the other side. It's a good paper trimmer though, I have to say. It's the one that I got off Temu. But it's holding up really well. So I'm just going to leave that like that for now. And that can be a bookmark. Oh, look. So I'm going to have to reinforce it with some more paper, which I'm going to put it back onto it anyway. So I'll probably cut that a bit close. So we'll just put that one aside for a second. Now, I'll just measure this. Get all my rubbish out the way. So this measures, where's my metal ruler? I did have my metal ruler in here, I thought. Okay, it doesn't matter. So it measures, put that right on the 0, 4 centimeters, or 1.5 inches. It's 1.5 inches wide by 8.5 inches tall. 1.5 by 8.5. And then the spine, so if you wanted to follow along, that's the size. And the spine is about 3/4 inch. Yep. Still contemplating whether to put 1 or 2 small signatures. Let's see how we go. I'm going to cover this first. And now what I decided to do was to use, I'm just going to use some copy paper. I wonder if it'll go that way. No, it won't, will it? I'll have to turn it this way. But what I want to do first is I want to do some stamping on here. I've got a stamp set here from Temu, and I have not even tried it out yet, so I wanted to try it out. So it's this one. We've got words and numbers and all kinds of things on here, so I wanted to just do some stamping sort of all over. So I just need to get my my little stamping thingy. Now what I think I might do, just to save a bit of time, is I might stamp this whole top bit together, just at the top, and then I'll just do some more stamping down the page. So it's more or less the same height as this. So I think I'm going to just ink up half of it and stamp it, and then just fill in the gaps, because that's going to make it a lot easier. So just get my Stays On ink, and I'm going to rub it on with the ink pad. And I'm not trying to get a perfect, you know, perfect stamp, because I quite like it when it's imperfect. But see how this comes out. Yep, very nice. See, sometimes you can just do the most simplest of things, like just stamping. Well, most of the time you can just do the simplest of things, and you get a really nice effect. And all I've got is this piece of coffee dyed paper, so I'm just going in on the other side of the stamp. Oh, look at that, isn't that nice? I love, love, love these stamps. Now, how wide is that? We have to allow for overhanging, so let's do this side again. And I'm going to do it like this. Actually, I don't want to do it the wrong way around. And it's not meant to be matching. This is just background stamping. I guess I don't really need to cover in the spaces when I think about it, because I'll be decorating a little bit anyway. And then I might put this bit here in the corner. And now I want the bookmark to be similar, so I'm wondering if I can get bookmark out of this page as well. Maybe, maybe not. But aren't they just gorgeous stamps? Look at that. I just love this type of thing. Beautiful. And I might do... See, I know what... No. Let's just do the top bit here. Or the side. Like this. And I will, you know, break these apart eventually, because I'll be wanting to make ephemera with little bits of ephemera with the small stamps. But this is a great We've even got dates here on these ones. That's this one here. This one here. Maybe I will stamp something in there. Let's go for this. Let's go for the number 3. How about that? There we go. See if I can get any more out of it. There. That is lovely. I'll put those aside. And I shall cover this. So I don't need much of an overhang. Maybe ½ an inch. Let's get my pencil. I'm going to mark here and here. Oops, that's a bit messy. Better put the lid on that. Yeah, where was my other mark? It's down here. There we are. And this will make something, a card or something, although it'll have to be very skinny, for inside the journal. We'll make some couple of skinny pockets, maybe. See how much time I've got. So now this is the cover. Is it? No, it's not. This is the cover here. Turn that over. For this one, I think I'm just going to use a glue stick to glue it on. Because it's a bit of a dry glue and it helps stop your paper from crinkling. So I think this is going to be a very interesting little journal. So now, just going to center that. Just move my camera, sorry. Just going to center that. Finish it down. And I'm just going to miter the corners. This is how I do it. So you don't want to go right up to this corner because you could be left with a hole, but just a tiny bit away from that corner. And this takes the bulk out when you're covering. So for these ends, I think I'm going to use actual glue because I want to be a bit more. Or you could use double-sided tape in there, like that. In here. here and on the edge. But these will be covered, these flaps, because we're covering the inside, don't forget. Fold that over. This is just PVA glue, in case you're wondering. Just normal school glue. We may make the bookmark in another video because this is, I don't like my videos to get too long. But this is a really quick project. If you like me and if you do burn incense or anything like that and you've got tall skinny boxes, why not make a journal? So there we have it covered. Look at that, I love that stamping on there. Numbers down there, just looks so nice. Now I've got it all over my desk too. Okay, so now the inside, I'm just wondering whether I want to use the same paper. I have some papers printed out that I might use this. This is part of my what's it called? Language of Flowers kit. And I'll link it below if you are interested in it. So I've got quite a few offcuts here, so I'm going to make this just a tiny bit smaller. So there's I don't know, about a couple of millimeters or 1/2 of an inch, no, 1/8 of an inch around the edges here. I would cut there, and I will cut here. I think it could be like a list journal. Tall skinny one for doing shopping lists or, you know, other lists. That's what I would use it for, a list journal. To-do list, shopping list. Let's just give it a bit of ink. I've got gathered twigs here. Oops. And quickly. Beautiful. That's one. So I'm going to use a bit more glue stick on this one. Where's my glue mat? Put that away somewhere. Okay, so just put glue all over. Leaving about 1/8 of an inch all the way around. furnish that down really well. And in the creases here. Furnish that down. There we go. It's all covered. Now I think I want to put a little charm up here, so I'm going to before I sew any pages in, I'm going to put a little hole up here. My crocodile. Just need to check which size I need. Just get one of those. Violet, and I think it's a bigger one. Okay, I'll put a little hole here. So it's got something inside. Just use this to get that out. Sorry about the banging. Okay, so this goes this way up. Let's put, I think these are gorgeous little journals, to be honest. Very tall, skinny journals. List journal, that's what I'll call it. I'll put this in. I might make a few. I've got, I'm planning on doing markets or craft fairs this year, so some videos that are coming up are going to be ideas for if you're selling at markets or craft fairs. So fairly quick and easy projects. It didn't work quite how it's supposed to. I think I've got it on the wrong setting. Maybe. Just let me check this out, I'll be back. Okay, so I've done my little eyelet there. And I'll hang a charm at the end. So my signature, I'm just going to do one. I think I'll just have it coming. No, I'll have it the full length. So let's get some pages ready. So my pages are going to be 21 centimeters tall and 4 inches wide. So I'll make them 21 by 8 because we have to allow for folding them in half. So I think my front one, is that 21 across? Not quite. Almost. Yeah, I think I will do it this way. It's a little bit shy of 21 centimeters, the A4 paper. I think if you have US letter size paper, it will be bigger. But I'm just going to, this is the lid for my glue. Not sure where it is. So I'm going to go 8 by 21, just like this. And I want to just use this as my first page. So let's go to 8 centimetres. My centimetres are at the bottom, that's why I'm doing it down here. Maybe a little bit shy of 8 because I'll do one page for the front and one page for the centre with this. And because it's roughly the length of this A4 paper, it makes it fairly simple. Let's do the rest. I'm going to do the rest of the pages I'm going to do with coffee dyed paper, so I'll just cut those out and I'll be back. Okay guys, I've just come back quickly because I've actually changed my mind about sewing in the signatures, because this I think you could use as a list journal, so a list for shopping, a list for packing, for going away, or a to-do list. And I thought it might be a nice idea to make it refillable. So I'm going to make the cover a little bit more sturdy, because I'm going to cover it with some plastic. And then I'm going to put another hole down the bottom here, and I'll just put the papers in with elastic, and I'll cut them a little bit shorter, just a tiny bit shorter, so that they're going to go in between those, the top and the bottom hole. Okay, so I'll just get another one in here, another eyelet, and then I'll figure out how tall I want the papers to be. Let's put another one in. And in here. There we go. And now, so I want my papers to be in between these two, because when you put your elastic through, obviously they're going to have to be smaller than this. They can't be over the edge, or it just sort of, you know, will rip your paper. So, ruler. I keep throwing everything just next over on my table there, and I forget where it is. So they're going to be 19 centimeters height, or for about 4.5, no, not 4.5 inches. Sorry, that's about 7.5 inches. Okay, so I'm going to cut them down. I'm going to cut out all my papers and I'll be back. Okay, so I've cut down all my papers. I've got those two. I'm going to put this one on the front, this one in the center. And all I used was 4 pieces of A4 paper. And I've got, might be too many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I got 12 pages out of that. This is just copy paper. I just happened to have some blue paper, so I thought I would use that. So these, now for inking these, I'm going to just do a really quick, sort of do them all at once if I can, because otherwise I'll be here forever. So I'm just going to do it like this for the video. Just gives it just a nice look, I think. You don't have to ink, obviously, if you don't like that look. There we go. So we need to put all these inside each other. Let's get my front, which is there. And I probably will end up cutting off this edge because I know that it's not going to be even. But isn't this just such a great idea for shopping lists or to-do lists? And we're going to cover it with some, the cover. I think you could Mod Podge on the cover if you wanted it to be a bit more hard wearing. Or you could use gel medium. But I'm going to use clear plastic, the clear plastic sort of book page covering or book covering that you use. It's you know, it's self-adhesive, clear sort of contact paper. So, or you could you could maybe laminate it. It might be a bit thick though. So that's going in there, and that probably didn't even need that many pages. But, oh, look at that. That's so cute. I love it. It'll go in there like that. Okay. I'll just get my cutting mat and we can cut down these pages. Okay, so all you need to do this is a ruler. It's easier with a metal ruler, I think, just to make the pages all even. You don't have to, but I just think it looks a little bit nicer. Then get your cutting blade, might be a craft knife or a box cutter like the one I've got here. And you just go, oops, that was a bit crooked. You just go like this, and you don't have to press hard at all, because it will just go through a few at a time, just until it's all gone. I've been going crooked at the bottom there, until it's all straight. And I just think that looks nice and neat, doesn't it? There we go. Don't forget, if you make handmade paper, like I've been doing, keep these little shreds of paper. I think I might be putting some handmade paper in my shop, so keep your eye out for that if you want to use some handmade paper in your journals. So I can ink up that edge again now. Beautiful. There we are. And so now for the binding, it's going to be elastic. Yep. I'm not sure about the closure just yet, but I'll figure something out. Yep, I'll figure something out for the closure. Okay, so I'll just go and get my elastic and I'll be back. Okay, I've got my elastic, but first of all, and I'm using the thinner sort of, it's not quite as thin as hat elastic, but it's probably a medium kind of weight elastic. But I want to cover this first and then repunch these holes in. So I've got my clear contact here. I've got quite a few rolls. Well, I've got a couple of big rolls of this. It's very, very cheap, and I think it makes for really good when you've got journals like this that are refillable, or you know, traveler's notebook type ones. I think it's great to keep them a little bit more kind of waterproof and a bit more sturdy. So I'm looking for my scissors. There we go. So cut this off here. You don't need much. I mean, this is a bit of overkill, but I just wanted to get that piece off there. And yep, we've got enough to fold it in. And then I might sew around, because I'm just thinking, I think I'll do it the exact size or slightly over, and then I'll just sew around it, because that'll be sure to hold this on. And I'm following the lines, the grid on here, and it's telling me it's actually fitting in there almost exactly, so I can cut like that. But I'll just do a little mark just to remind myself. So it's here and here. There we go. So I should be able to, I'm going to cut it, wondering if I should cut it down afterwards. No, I won't. Just do it this way, because knowing me, I'll get it stuck on the inside cover and I won't be able to get it off again. This is only quite thin, this one. I think you can get thicker ones. But, this will still be nice and waterproof. Okay, so my camera just decided to die on me for a tick there. But I've had a bit of a change of mind, so what I've decided to do is cover the inside with the exact size, like this, and then the outside I've made slightly bigger, just so that these edges here will also get covered. So I'm going to cover the outside first. Now this stuff can be a little bit fiddly, so I'm going to start peeling. So we've got that. So what I'm going to do is just pull it back a little bit this way, put my book down, and it's got around about ½ an inch all the way around. Put my little book down and then continue pulling. I just get my bone folder that's actually nice and smooth on there. So just smooth it out. And next time I'll do these holes afterwards, but that's okay, they're easy enough to poke through. So let's do a little bit of trim up here. A little bit off here. Gee, like all of my scissors lately are going blunt. I don't know why. And I'm just going to miter the corners as I would, you know, any other time I'm covering. 3, 4. So I'll glue this down. And probably a good thing about this this contact, or you know, whatever you want to call it, plastic cover, this particular one, is probably good that it's thin, because you can't really see the edges, so it doesn't matter if they're a little bit off. Just making sure that sticks. With your bone folder or a credit card, you know, an old card, something like that you can use to press things down. And then, yep, that's good. So then I'm going to put the smaller one on the inside, and I'll stitch all the way around it. Let's try and get that off again. There we go. Let's just do a little bit at a time. And try and hold that flat while I do it. And if you do it bit by bit like this, you've got less chance of getting wrinkles in it. Now that's a little bit crooked, so I need, oh gosh, so I need to stick that where it was, because it just, oh, that's okay actually, because this is covered from the one underneath, so that's fine. And I can just cut the end off, the overhang. That's all good. And I'll just trim down the side here. And any overhanging bits, I'm going to take this to my sewing machine, and I'll be back shortly. Okay, so that's done. I've stitched all the way around the edges, the zigzag stitch. So this is a reusable cover now. Just really burnish that down. So that it closes nicely. And I might have to put a closure in here actually, like a wraparound closure. We'll see. I'll put the pages in first. Let's get the elastic. So this needs to be, you know, 1. Doing it 2. Now let's do 2.5 to allow for tying. Oh, I forgot to punch the hole, didn't I? So don't forget to do that. And just make sure I've done it properly. So bring it through to the inside. And I'm just going to tie a knot. Now you want it taut, but you don't want it so taut that it bends your cover. So and another one for good luck. There we are. Can cut these off a tiny bit. A little bit. And you could add a little bit of glue to the knot if you want to, but I think that'll be fine. So now I'll get my pages and put them in like this. Oh, isn't that cute? We've got our little list journal. So if you had a shopping list, you just list it down here and then you can just pull the page out if you want to. And you can refill it. I mean, how cute is that? I'm not going to put any pockets or anything like that, but I will make a closure. And I did want to put something on the spine just to make it a little bit more decorated. I want to put a little dangle. I've got a little key here. Just a little key. Now I'm looking for a larger jump ring. Here we go. A nice big one in here. There we are. Now pliers. I've got some round nose pliers here, they'll do. Open that. Oh, hang on. Now, which way was I going to... Yeah. Now, this is going to go onto the spine, and the key can go in the bulb ring. What's it called? Bulb pin. Sorry. Bulb ring. What am I saying? So, I've really got the wrong sort of pliers here, but that's all I could find at the moment. Push that together. And I want this to come around the outside. And then I'm just going to hang my little key off here. Join up. And there we go. Isn't that cute? Even a little key charm. And then, now I'm going to do a closure. I think what I'll do is just a piece of elastic as well for the closure. I guess I could have hung a key off that, couldn't I? Let me think. Actually, I know what I'm going to do. My bracelet's given me an idea. So what I'm going to do is make a small little bracelet, but smaller than this one, or, you know, piece of elastic, and put some beads like this. I've got some seed beads, and I might make a cute little closure like that for it, because I think that would be really nice. So I won't do it in this video, But now you get the idea of the very tall, skinny list journal. That's what I'm calling it. When I come back in the next video, I'll show you what I've done. But basically, I'll use that stretch elastic that you use for jewellery, for beading, and I'll make a little sort of bracelet like this one, or not a bracelet, but a thing with a charm hanging off it, a stretchy thing. That's what I'll do for the closure. And now, I was also thinking about a pen loop, because you could easily fit a pen on the edge there if you put a pen loop, but I don't know how I would attach it. Thinking. Anyhow, a pen would fit in there nicely, even with it closed like that. You could just slip a pen in the middle and then put your elastic around, and it should all hold in place. So there we have our very tall, skinny list journal. I hope you like this project, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks very much, guys. Bye-bye.